Welcome to Terror Takeover, your one-stop shop for all things creepy, disgusting, and horrifying. I'm your host, Zoe, and I'm honored to be with our hosts, Crow and Char. Say hi!
Hey!
All right, so we just got some weekly updates here. How is your sky? Start over.
How's your sky going?
How's the sky? Okay. Regardless, how is everyone's week going? We haven't talked in a while. Well, besides Discord
That's
and all
true.
that, but
yeah. Mine's been good. I have been wrapping presents and stuff. I've been finishing up buying. There's a few people I have to buy gifts for or whatever, but it's really not much. And all the people that I was worried about are done and wrapped. And I've just been watching these Christmas movies, which I actually have been enjoying, but way more than I thought I would, honestly. Also, I watched Godzilla -1 last night with Kai, and it was really good.
What?
And
y'all finally went to the movies and saw that?
We did. I wouldn't necessarily consider that a horror movie, but I saw a bunch of people online were talking about that they think it is, just because there were some scenes that were really terrifying, and I agree. There were some very haunting scenes in that movie, so it was really good. Not any crazy huge plot twists that I didn't expect necessarily, but it was a very good movie, really well done.
Nice.
All the characters were likable and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's sick. So what about you, Char?
Nice.
Haven't seen you in a minute.
I know. But I'm going to be coming down probably sometime next week, so... Or maybe later, I don't know. I need to figure it out, but soon. You'll be seeing me soon, so that'll be good. My week's been pretty good. I just got today my wrapping paper for all my presents. I'm super excited, or at least one of them. So I'm going to have super cute wrapping paper for everybody's gifts. I have more coming in, and then I have more gifts coming. I'm still deciding between the two things I want to get for Crow's gift and her hubby's gift, but
that's so sweet.
I think I know. So I'm very excited. And then I'm getting a couple other gifts. I need to show you. I think I sent you the picture, actually. I'll send it to you as well if you want to see. So, but I got this cute little card. It's like a glitter bomb for my little work bestie. So I'm super excited to send it. You open it, a bunch of pink glitter falls out. So, yeah.
That is super cute. Fine glitter or?
It's kind of just regular glitter, I think. I feel like they got one of those bottles and just turned it over in there. So.
Oh my God.
I don't know. We'll see.
Gosh.
Yeah, but it's just been a really good week. I've been super excited. I'm sad it's so cold outside. The cold just makes me just want to stay in my bed and under the covers all day.
All cozy.
But yeah.
I feel
but I've been taking my cat for walks too. Also, my little neighbors love her, so I'm happy.
That's
and
awesome.
Your local cat too.
Cat mom.
Yeah, she is. She is. I'm look, normalize cats being outside. It's a thing. I'm very happy about it.
Oh my gosh. My day was just absolutely crazy. I mean, the week, it has been pretty normal, so say, but today I went shopping at our local lovely Acadian Mall.
Oh my gosh, the worst.
I saw some stuff happen that you only see on the internet, okay?
Oh.
So So I'm in Victoria's Secret, and I'm buying bras. I'm feeling myself. I'm having a good time.
Aw, okay, work.
This person, I'm not gonna
this fucking Neanderthal.
I'm just gonna say this person, okay? It's they're picking out sandals, right? And I notice that they are picking out different size sandals. They're not even looking at the size sandals. They're just throwing a whole bunch of sandals in their bag, right? So I'm just they probably work here. And also, I ain't no snitch, okay?
Yeah, period.
Facts.
And all of a sudden, I'm at the counter, checking out, and that dude is just booking it. He booked it out the front door, and was catch him, and I'm like, I didn't see nothing.
Is that? Absolutely not. That's not amazing.
Mine. What? That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Going out on Christmas is just a clusterfuck.
That's wild. I can't believe that. That's wild. It's not that serious, sir.
Well, that's what we're saying. Back when I was in Houston, it was whenever I was, it was around Christmas. It was the week of Christmas or something. In one day, and I was out for an hour. I saw 2 wrecks, and no one stopped. 2 wrecks, and everybody just kept driving.
Yeah,
I was like,
people are ruthless.
huh?
Ruthless, girl.
They just said no. It's like they both had an unspoken agreement to just not give a shit.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, it's Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
probably nobody had insurance, so they were just like,
That's
well,
exactly.
it sucks.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
What?
so if you're out on this Christmas holiday shopping, please be careful and be alert. Because people
Stick
are
to
crazy.
slang.
For sure. Cray,
Yes.
cray.
Oh my gosh. Well, I will and do want to say Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
Holidays to
Christmas.
everyone. But we do have a
Yes.
very special episode for this season, and I am so excited to talk about it.
Yay.
I would say Christmas it hasn't always been my favorite time of year, but I will say like this year, I definitely feel more festive and just more up to par, probably because I'm in a like more proper headspace now. I don't know how you guys feel about the holidays, but
yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah. I never was a huge fan, but now I feel like last year, like especially, I like made the decision like I'm gonna like Christmas. Like I can't just like only like one holiday a year. So I was like, how do I make Christmas my own? So actually last year was the first year that I actually started watching Christmas horror movies. Like I never did that before because I was like, it's fucking Christmas, you know. But actually it has like helped me like the season a little bit more because it feels a little bit more personal, I guess. And that's why I actually had so much fun watching these movies this week. And I really didn't think I would like half of them, but I genuinely enjoyed all of them, I think. So
nice.
Or at least the ones that I had watched.
Yeah, same here. I didn't really do the whole Christmas thing. I mean, I did like for my family before, we would do like the tree and everything like that. But within recent years, I kind of been like not super into it. But this year it feels like, I don't know, there's more people in my life and there's more cute things going on. I just want to make it more Christmassy this year. Although I haven't gotten a tree yet, so there is that. But yeah, it's a great year.
I mean, we don't have
you
any
either.
So
Yeah. Are y'all going to?
No. I mean, I feel like I just need to. I kind of want to. I know. I really don't have room either.
Well,
but they have really small ones now.
Your cats are gonna destroy it.
Get a Charlie Brown tree. Get a Charlie Brown tree.
That little skinny sad tree.
Yeah, the ones.
Those are so funny.
I could. Those crack me up. I don't know.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I don't know. Thorne suggested, he was like, "What if we get a tree that is like in the shape of a marijuana plant?" And I'm like,
bruh,
you're wild.
Was he on the marijuana plant when he suggested that?
Not yet, so I know it's real.
My God, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Okay, well,
I love that.
Do you guys like want to go ahead and jump into it?
Hell yeah, let's talk about our horror news.
Okay. So we have some Christmas theme horror news this week. So starting December 8th, 2023, Shudder will feature the Sacrifice game, which I've looked into this one and I'm actually really intrigued by this one.
Nice.
It's a chilling holiday tale in the 1970s. Samantha and Clara, students at a boarding school, face a deadly threat when a murderous crew, and I say crew very lightly, arrives during Christmas break aiming to summon a demon. Jennifer Wexler is the new director of this film. She has also done The Ranger, which I have seen. Great fucking movie. It world premiered. Yeah.
I know that. I know exactly which one that is. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead if you want to talk about it. No, that movie was pretty fucking fire.
It was wild. I feel like The Ranger was like in a weird way, even though it's two completely different things. It was what the Green Room wanted to be. But anyway, okay, we'll move on.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that statement.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But it world premiered at the SXSW Film Festival, and it was released by AMC's Shudder and screened at the Museum of Modern Art. So we're gonna check that one out.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
The next one is John. What?
Did we talk about that last podcast or no?
I feel like we mentioned Wexler though.
I don't know if we did or not, but if not, that's so weird because I definitely like read about that. That's crazy. That's a sign. We gotta read it. Maybe so. That could be. I'm sorry to interrupt. Continue.
It's okay. Okay, so the next one is John Pato's award-winning Black Mold. It's hailed as a hallucinogenic urban exploring horror movie, which is kind of intriguing to me. It has been clinched the best indie feature of this year's Panic Fest, which I have done some research about Panic Fest because I have not heard of it personally. Apparently it's an award-winning festival, and it's featured World's Best Genre Fest Movie Maker magazine, top 25 genre fests in the world. They basically just show a bunch of movies and everyone just gets together and has a good time, and they sell merch.
So fun.
Dude,
Where
that does sound...
Yeah. It's like a horror film fest.
Yeah, I would love to go to one.
Yeah, for sure. I was just thinking that earlier before this.
How to fest. I love these options. How to fest. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm crunching on an animal cracker. It's not even the good ones.
Aww.
These are not the premier animal cracker. Barnum's is the premier animal cracker. I'm so sorry. These dry ass, hard. I'm breaking my teeth on these damn things.
Okay, so it says Minnesota and doors open on my birthday, y'all.
Ooh.
I mean,
I might be on tour on your birthday, actually, but
Minnesota.
That's so
cool.
upsetting. I don't even want to
I know, I'm so
that
sorry.
right now. Okay. But anyways, that's kind of about Panic Fest briefly. But the film is set to make its exclusive debut on Tubi this month. I know how a lot of people feel about Tubi.
Oh no, we love Tubi in this house.
No, but give Tubi a chance.
I do laugh about Tubi, but they have movies. They do. Okay, we've seen it till it's a movie.
Shit. I'm telling you, all the movies that are just like the hit home feel good movies for me, they're gonna be on there, you know?
Yeah. It's a lot of like older stuff too, like a lot of 80s movies for some reason are on Tubi.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure they're probably like free or something, and so it's easy for them to access.
Oh yeah.
It's that like if you want to just like launch your own movie, just do it on Tubi. They'll probably take it.
Yeah.
They got anything on there for real.
Ooh. They're letting anybody in there.
But anyways, touching on Black Mold, it's on Tubi this month, and as a photographer confronts her history while delving into a derelict and deserted facility. So if you want to watch that, it will be on Tubi this month.
Nice.
Okay, so the next one is I actually want to see this one because I am a diehard for Norway. I want to go to Norway so bad. Like that is on my bucket list. But anyways, this one is a Norwegian holiday horror. It's called There's Something in the Barn, and it's a fun mix of Gremlins and Goosebumps that was also released on VOD this month. So if you like those elements, you should check it out.
Nice. Sounds great. Today, which is Tuesday, the day that we're recording this, A Creature Was Stirring was also released, which is another holiday horror movie in which a mother is attempting to hide her daughter's affliction from an unexpected duo of guests. Not to be confused with the movie All the Creatures Were Stirring from 2018, which is a different horror movie. This is a different one. And also it's starring Scout Taylor Compton from I knew Zoe would love this, which is the girl that plays Laurie in Rob Zombie's adaptation of the Halloween movies. Yeah, she's good. So she's starring in this movie. So this might be one you want to check out. It just came out. I didn't see what it was on yet, but I don't know. I think it's one of those where it's like Amazon Prime for like $4 or something. But and then also got to mention that there was speculation that this was going to happen. I'm pretty sure everybody knew it, but officially Lauren Lavera will be returning to play the role of Sienna in Terrifier 3, which is supposed to come out in around October of next year. So yeah, and she was also, I had to mention this, that show that I'm watching, Dragula, she was a guest judge last week, and she's so cute. And she did amazing. Like, she was so adorable, and she did a really good job judging the looks and stuff. So that was fun. Char, did you have any horror news to add?
No, not really.
That's okay.
Everyday
life. I'm supposed to. Yeah, literally every day of our lives is horrifying. No, not really. I don't have anything like special. I was just looking at some of the same movies that you guys talked about. I'm excited for the Sacrifice game too.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to look into that one, especially since it's on Shudder. I know I don't have to pay for it. So, well, I mean, I'm paying for Shudder, but I don't know. I don't have to buy it.
All right. So for the holidays, we have decided to talk about Sinister Santa movies that you may or may have never known existed. So let's grab your hot chocolate and let the jingle hell begin. So, so cute. So my personal favorite, and I'm going to just give a shout out to Lily and Jackson. They have been wanting us to talk about this film, and I'm going to talk about it because it's one of my favorite Christmas films. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night, of course. It's a 1984 slasher film about a young man named Billy who, after witnessing his parents, murder by a man in a Santa suit, terrifying. We love that. He goes on a killing spree while dressed as Santa. It stirred controversy upon release due to its depiction of a killer Santa Claus in 1987. So that's when Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 was released, recapping the first film and then continuing the story. I mean, while the films weren't critically acclaimed, they gained a cult following in the horror genre. And I can definitely agree with that because I think it was a really good movie, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys have seen it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
What I like about that movie is I feel like he's one of the only killer Santas that you're actually like, well, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but he's one of the only ones that you're actually supposed to like, I feel like.
Oh, yeah,
because
for sure.
There's no way to not like him. Like, it's not his fault why he's, like, basically just lost it. And also, like, they use, like, a very handsome, like, young actor to play him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he was too fine for no reason. I was like, he didn't have to look that good for what? For what? When they panned up to him in the store, I was like,
yeah, he was just,
I was like, Mr. Nicholas Crinkle, you
like,
can't
y'all
be
hire him?
cheeked up on a Tuesday afternoon, okay?
Yeah, I felt bad. Everything.
I'll give you some milk and cookies, okay?
Period. Because he didn't deserve what happened to him.
No, not at all.
No.
Definitely not going to touch like too much on it because if you guys haven't seen it, and it's already holidays, so I would definitely want our audience to see it. But I will say, that what I read on the internet, Silent Night, Deadly Night was banned for a limited amount of time. I don't know if we heard about that news or not.
No.
I didn't know
But apparently it says here, in quotes, most protests were generated by the feeling that the depiction... Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Were generated by the feeling that the depiction of a killer in a Santa Claus suit would traumatize children and undermine traditional trust in Santa Claus.
Wow.
So they were saying, no, this movie cannot exist because they won't trust Santa anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
but like,
oh gosh.
Why would kids even go see this though? Like, even outside the murder stuff.
I don't know. This was back in the 80s though. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's true. They didn't have all the controls.
They were smoking with their kids in the car. They didn't give a flying fuck.
God.
Period.
Oh God.
Like, I had a glass of wine in one hand and a cigarette. One hand was flicking a cigarette.
They were listening to Duran and fucking coking one up, dude.
I want to say this had to come up at some point, the homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Any horror fan would have seen it whenever whenever he puts the chick, the babysitter, on the antlers. It's like, there's my boy.
Man.
There's my boy Billy paying homage to Leatherface. Yeah.
Those videos where it's like top kills, that's one of them.
Yeah. Period.
Hands down.
But I will also say,
gruesome.
Other than that, my favorite kill from the movie is whenever the guy is sledding, and then his friend is like waiting for him to come down the thing, and then he just like comes down on the bottom, missing a head. It's crazy.
Man,
that part is so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely weird, but
I feel like maybe it's just me being a hater or a clown, but the movie, I was looking at like reviews before I started watching the movie, and they were saying how it's very naughty in like quotations. No.
You
naughty
mean like overly?
Real life.
Yeah.
Like, okay, people aren't being killed. They're definitely slurping each other's face off. I'm like, oh my God.
Some secretions, that's for sure.
It was definitely a lot. I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be like, is there a love story here? I'm just waiting for the next kill. But yeah, it was definitely a good, fun little horror movie. I enjoyed it. And I totally get, like you said, if I saw my family get murdered by Santa, I think every year Christmas would just be the worst time of my life. So
yeah,
you know,
Billy.
I could understand.
Yeah.
I could really understand.
Yeah. I wish they just told more people, like, hey, I have like PTSD around Christmas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's where I was at on it too. But I guess if you consider like the time, like people don't really. Or didn't really talk about stuff like that.
It, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
His boss was like, kids are afraid of Santa.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
silly,
that
right?
happened or something. Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But it was good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely good. I agree. I will say that if you watch any like Sinister Santa movie this season, if you like older movies, this has to be the one to watch for sure.
Number one, 100%.
Yeah, I would say this is the one. And if you look at the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like probably like a 14. Like according to critics, this is not a very successful movie, but like Zoe said, it gained a cult following for a reason.
Yeah,
and you just have to have it in your arsenal. Yeah, for sure.
Oh fucking yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have to mention the well, I don't want to call it a remake, but yeah, the 2012, Char, you said?
Yeah,
2012 version.
2012. Yeah.
That one's I like that movie. I don't know how you felt about it.
I thought it was okay.
It's like very I'm sorry, I'm rambling here, but it's very, in my opinion, it captured the grittiness and the kind of like hopelessness of the previous movie or of the original movie. Yeah.
For some reason I kind of thought, like, just based off the cinematography and like audio choices and stuff, it was so funny to me because I watched them both like at the same time, essentially. How the 80s movie felt more dramatic, but the 2012 one definitely obviously felt more gory and was a lot more intense to watch. Like, I feel like the kills were a lot more like
the wood chipper shit and all that. It's like,
it's just limbs everywhere. I was like, golly. But at the same time, I feel like I was more scared and more like enthralled by the very first one. Like, that one really captured me. But the second one, I mean, not the second one, the like, I guess the last one at this point, since that was the only one that's come out since, it was still good. It kind of added more to the first story as well. So I thought that was nice. And we had like a woman perspective. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Always love that.
Okay, so speaking of killer Santas, when you guys were younger, did y'all have to take pictures with Santa or anything? And if you did, were you guys absolutely terrified? Okay. I'll go first. I thought that was cheesy. But when there's like a picture of me just like screaming when I was like, and I'm sitting in Santa's lap. So I guess I was terrified. I don't know. I'm like not afraid of Santa. I've never been that kid, but I guess I was just not feeling it. But I was like,
it was just not a good day.
Yeah, I was dressed up super cute, but I was just like crying, just weeping.
I have to see that photograph.
I know, I gotta dig for it. My mom has photos of like every second of my life in a million boxes, so we'll find it.
You know,
but yeah, what about y'all?
What's crazy is like my mom has told me this too. When I was just younger, and I find myself in that headspace as I am older, I didn't have a sense of danger when I was younger. Like, you could sit me like on Santa Claus's lap and I'd be like, okay,
cool.
you know, this is cool. Let's take a picture, you know? Like, I was with it. I was with it.
Down for the ride, whatever it is.
I loved Santa growing up, and I think it's because I had this one really good experience with this Walmart Santa, in which... Okay, so in hindsight, probably what happened was my parents bought the toy that they knew I wanted and then gave it to Santa previously. You know, it was probably that kind of thing. And then whenever he asked me what I wanted and he just so happened to have exactly what I wanted, it's probably because my parents... But anyway, it was a Barbie.
Cute.
Yeah, it was a certain Barbie that I wanted. And I was like, Santa is real. Santa's real! Because I was so shook.
Dude,
that he knew what exactly what I wanted. Yeah,
so I always that Walmart Santa, that blessed crow
magic.
Okay,
that was back when Walmart was the shit, dude.
Hell yeah, Walmart was the place to be. Great prices.
Oh my gosh.
So I just watched a movie today that I kind of want to talk about. It's from 2015 called. Are you good? You have the killer Santa creeping up on you.
No, I heard like fucking Garrett opening the door, and I'm like,
I heard
Back it up, Buster.
So I watched a movie called Krampus today, which I don't know if you guys have heard of that one from 2015.
Nice,
it was cute.
I meant to add it to my list.
It was cute. I'm not going to say that it's my favorite movie ever or that I'm going to remember it for like, maybe 2 or 3 months from now, but I enjoyed it. I thought for all intents and purposes, it was an entertaining movie. It was one of those like spirit of Christmas and moral of the story type of like Christmas movies, but honestly, it was cute. It was solid. And, oh my God, what's her name? Toni Collette is in it. So it was like, oh, okay, girl. Yeah. We're like, okay, girl. Okay. It was cute though. It was definitely like a higher budget kind of movie. Also, it was like some bigger name kind of like actors and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And yeah, but that was cute. It was about like this family, and then their like in-laws come over for Christmas, and of course the family doesn't get along. So like throughout all the horrors they experience, they become closer or something, But it was super cute. And I will say, for the movie that was the least scary, this had like the scariest depiction of Santa, in my opinion. I thought it was really creepy because it was Krampus. To revisit that one. Yeah, it was Krampus dressed up as Santa. Like it was like he had like this creepy mask on, and you could see the eyes. It was actually way creepy. Like the depiction of Santa was way creepy. Yeah.
Should we talk about Krampus lore on the podcast for those that don't know the whole story? Not like intensely, obviously.
You know what?
Yes.
At some point, yeah, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, no, me neither. I only know like something about how like he like burns children. That's what the coal comes from, maybe.
We could talk about it for next week because we're doing another Christmas episode for those of you who don't know next week. So give us some suggestions. If you have like Krampus suggestions, let us know for sure. That's a good move. And I didn't think about it until I watched that movie today, really.
No, my mom said that she watched that one last night whenever I was staying over. Yeah, dude. My mom's totally into that shit. I personally like, besides all the movies and stuff, I just really like the like we were talking about like the lore and the origin behind it. Like I think it's so sick. Sure. Like just all the pagan rituals,
evil Christmas,
and all that shit.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
I'm down.
Nice.
Yep. I watched another movie recently that I want to talk about too. I don't know if you guys have seen this, and you guys know I'm a Shudder head. I love Shudder. This is, I believe, it's a Shudder original called Christmas Bloody Christmas. This one is one of the newer Sinister Santa movies. It came out 2022, and it's about like this Santa animatronic that like comes to life or not comes to life, but okay, so it was developed by like military or something, and then it ended up like going back to its original like firmware and like trying to kill people. So basically, it just goes around town killing people. And I will say it's a little like kind of like cheesy at first. Like they have, for example, like 2 punk characters that are very like they're laying it on thick with the like. And they say fuck like every other word as well. Yeah, I mean, it's, it's hard to love at first, but I will say as the movie went on, I was like, this movie actually is way sick. Like, I really am enjoying this. The main actress was killing it. I didn't write her names down, but she was killing it, and she really, really grew on me. This movie was like pretty sick. Some of the kills were absolutely insane. Don't watch this one in front of your parents because there are some crazy sex scenes, I will say as well, in them. There's an ass eating scene, so don't watch this. Don't watch this with your parents. And also, within the same breath, there's a part where a guy's head, he steps on a guy's head and just crushes it. So, there's like child violence. It's all over the place. So.
Oh wow!
It's really good.
It keeps giving.
The gift that keeps on giving. It was solid. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
There are some faults with it, I think, obviously, but I did enjoy it for what it's worth. And I would recommend that to somebody who doesn't mind something that's a little bit cheesy. So that's just something that you'd have to keep in mind. Okay, another movie that I watched, and this was like this was way different from any other Christmas movie that I've watched. So I will say, and I don't really see a lot of people talking about it, but I think that it definitely deserves its flowers. Christmas Evil was the name of it, but it's also known as You Better Watch Out. It's from 1980. This approaches the idea of Santa in a different way. So instead of like, oh, the magic of Christmas, it's about like this and whatever, it's about this guy. Okay. For whatever reason, all of these old Christmas movies are overly sexual, but he's traumatized because he sees Santa and his mom getting it on, basically. And so after that, it kind of causes him to be stuck in almost like a childlike mentality or whatever from that moment forward. So the
Okay.
entire movie is basically about him trying to become a real life Santa Claus. So he's like just stealing toys from his the toy factory that he works at. He has like these big books that say naughty and nice in them, and it's honestly really creepy because he'll like talk to the kids in the neighborhood and be like, "Oh, that kid was naughty," and he'll write the name down and everything that he's done that was naughty, and it's like, it's what you would imagine would really happen in a scenario like this. So it's pretty like pretty crazy, and I definitely recommend checking that one out, especially if you like kind of like I guess just like, I don't know, like serial killer stuff. I don't want to say that in a way that, I guess if you like serial killers, it's not like that, but if you like stuff that's like a little bit more of a realistic air to it, this one might be the one for you. I will also say something that I appreciated was it was almost like Giallo-esque cinematography at points. And it was a pretty scary movie. So definitely, yeah, I would say to check that one out.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the like the movie poster for it, and it's so sick. It's
what is
so
it? I don't know if I
sick.
remember what it looks like.
Oh man,
I'm gonna look it up
real quick. Look it up real quick. It's so 80s. It's so sick.
Christmas Evil. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Wait. Wait, which one? The Merry Christmas, and it's crossed out.
Yes. Yes.
That's sick.
Merry
You better believe
Christmas.
in Santa or he'll slay you. Oh my
Hell
god.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm seeing this. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that part of the reason why all these movies are so weirdly sexual, I guess, is probably just because Santa kind of represents innocence and childhood.
Yeah.
And it being
definitely.
tainted is such a like horror trope to do. So
yes,
that's probably why. And also the 80s was just a slutty time, I think.
Yeah.
But you know. But anyways,
absolutely.
I keep seeing this one movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called A Christmas Horror Story. And it's
no,
like,
but I have been seeing. I kept seeing it pop up in my searches and stuff.
I keep seeing it pop. You can't not help but see Krampus finding Santa, and you're just like, okay, what's going on? We're having like a Jason Freddy Krueger moment here. But apparently it says not even Santa Claus is safe from the evil that descends on Bailey Downs, a small town that is suddenly plagued with malevolent spirits, zombie elves, and Krampus, the anti-Santa Claus.
Bro, I might have to go check that little.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. a calm little film.
Yeah.
Anti-Santa Claus.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, this is one that, look, you don't even have to go watch this, but this one is called a Creepshow holiday special, and it's Shapeshifters Anonymous. It's completely ridiculous,
nice.
but I really enjoyed this one. So this is definitely the kind of movie that's like, it's aware of itself and it's just fun. It's very campy, very like just strange, but it's basically about this group of shapeshifters. So they're all like weres. So they have a werewolf. I think one of them is like a were tortoise or something. They have a were. I think she's like a were panther. I can't remember, a were panther or were cheetah or something. And basically, because of like a centuries old feud, shapeshifters have like a feud with Santa. So they basically have to fight off like this horde of Santas, and like the main Santa is Kris Kringle, and he's got like these crazy pincer claws, and it's just ridiculous. Lil Yachty's in it for like a brief minute. It's just like it's so fucking, it's unreal. But it's this series, the new Creepshow series is directed by Greg Nicotero from The Walking Dead. So if that makes you, if that means anything to you, then yeah, it's funny. It's just a funny, like cute little watch to have on in the background. Yeah, and I think it's like a Shudder original as well. So you know me, little Miss Shudder.
You love your Shudder.
Absolutely. There were some that I personally didn't watch, but they were highly they kept popping up on the list, so I kind of want to mention them. This one I actually wanted to watch before this episode, but I just did not have the time. Rare Exports. It's a 2010 Finnish Christmas movie. Yes, but it's one of the like higher rated ones. According to Rotten Tomatoes, that is, but which is like hard for a Christmas movie to get a high rating, just because most people hate anything that's like holiday themed. But it's basically a group of miners uncover a tomb of an ancient Santa, like a monstrous version of Santa Claus. And it actually looks like pretty good, and a lot of people say great things about it. All Through the House is one that came out in 2015, which is an 80s inspired Santa slasher. That one also has like a decently high rating, or relatively high rating, that is. This one, Zoe, I think that you would like this one because I know you're like me and you love a horror anthology, but 13 Slays Till Christmas. It's like I said, a horror anthology where it's 13 different like horror stories basically. And there is one segment called Santa Claus, like CLAWS, featuring a bloodthirsty Santa. So if you haven't had enough of your sinister Santa moment, then go watch that one. And then also I thought it was cool that there were some horror movies that featured Mrs. Claus as well. I thought that was cute. They had awful ratings, but I have to mention them anyway. One was Once Upon a Time at Christmas from 2017, in which a couple dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus orchestrated a string of killings in a small town. And then this one, Mrs. Claus from 2018, which had like a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. I
remember that movie when it came out even.
Really? But it's
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. A killer dressed as Mrs. Claus basically like just attacks these college students at a party. So you can imagine how sleazy that could probably get, but worth a shot if you need your Christmas fill. Something I just wanted to mention is just from what I noticed throughout all the Santa movies that I was watching this week, Santa really is the ultimate divider. He's kind of like the ultimate leveler. So it's like there is a right and there's a wrong, and that's the only thing that matters. So your status doesn't matter as like as a person, or like your education level, or how much money you have, or whatever. And I think that's something that a lot of people love to basically toy with the idea of, is he's the omnipresent judge of what is right and what is wrong. And so it's almost in a way similar to kind of like some of those apocalyptic stories that I really like, where how we were talking about before, why do people like apocalyptic stories so much? Is it's because in the apocalypse, none of all the shit that you're worried about from day to day matters. What matters is just who you are and what you provide. And I think kind of like in a way that can be tied to Santa is like, have you been good? Have you been naughty, or have you been nice? And that's it. I think that's something that's it's pretty cool. Of course, we have some Santas that just go haywire, but
no, I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of these movies touch on like morality, and I'm just thinking about it now, but in the Silent Night 2012 movie, there's like this little girl, and she's like yelling at her mom, and she is talking to her absolutely crazy. I didn't even feel bad when she got killed, because she was just like, those are mommy's heart pills, and throws them on the ground. Like, what? Like, it was just, so yeah, just like if you really get into like justice porn, I guess, you probably will love a horror Santa movie, because those are the kind of movies where like the bad guy tends to fucking get it. So
yes, no, that's so true. I will say, obviously there's a lot of situations in certain of these movies where like people who shouldn't die, but and I'm not going to say like anyone deserves to die, but there are a lot of scenes in movies in which you're like, I can't wait for that motherfucker to just get taken out, and then in these movies it does happen a lot.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
So if you like that kind of thing, sure, y'all are absolutely correct. Definitely watch a Christmas horror, or a Santa horror movie, that is.
All right. So basically what we discussed in this episode is Sinister Santas, and I don't know if you guys want to put your intake on what we discussed on this episode going further.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I know I'm always so corny, and I'm always like, I had a great time, but I genuinely did. And I think it's always just a lot funner whenever we're able to discuss it as a group too. I think it just makes it a lot more enjoyable for me.
And I will say, like, now that we can like see each other, it's like it's more enjoyable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like I'm just like having a conversation with you guys. I love that. And I think everybody else will too.
But so audience, how do you guys feel about Santas that are potentially evil? Let us know. And closing out, unfortunately, we would love to stay so much more longer, but from our haunted hearts to yours, have a merry and, of course, frightful Christmas. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
Bye.